What's up, guys? How's it going? As you can see, it is another Friday and another week in wrestling done and gone. Hold on a second. Let me turn this off. Sorry about that, guys. Alright, so it's another week in wrestling gone. It's a little bit of news. Not a whole lot of news. Bobbitt's got some breaking news that just happened. He just told me about it not too long ago. If he wants to turn on his camera, I'll put him on so he can tell you everything that happened in the wonderful world of wrestling at the beginning. This is actually breaking news. What's up, Bobbitt?
Yeah. Huh? You did what, JP?
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Okay, sorry. If anybody remembers the Rockin' Rebel from ECW, unfortunately, I have some sad news to report tonight. Rockin' Rebel and his wife has been found dead in an apparent murder-suicide, kind of like how Chris Benoit did. So, thoughts go out to the family, and it's just a tragic situation.
Yeah, I never really. I mean, I looked at a picture of him just recently when Bob had told me, and I don't remember him specifically. He might have been there, but I don't remember him specifically. But whenever something like this happens, it's a tragedy, and let's avoid the Bowflex jokes. This is fresh. Let's not go there, at least not right away. So out of the respect of the family, let's keep the jokes out of it, please. I'd greatly appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, I didn't know much about the guy, but he's a former ECW star, or I mean, honestly, I don't know anything about him. Bobbitt, I don't know how much you know about him or what you've seen of him.
I don't know a whole hell of a lot about him. Not even his Wikipedia page has a lot of info about him. And guys, his Wikipedia page hasn't even been updated to say that he's passed away. That's how new this is. Like,
okay.
Not even Joe has covered this yet.
Nick Mysticow said he remembers that guy. He loved ECW. It was his favorite. I liked ECW too. It's just it took me a while because I was so used to the WWE and WCW stuff that, you know. Then they introduced the hardcore stuff to the WWE. Yeah. Talk about the CM Punk case. They've been doing and I hate to move on from that. If any of you have any other news on that, please don't be afraid to DM both me or Bobbitt or anybody that does this show with us. Will actually take anything news that anybody gives us. As long as it's actual news. I mean, we'll do our research. If you can do your research first, that makes it easier on us. Just give us sources, because I don't know. I do want to say one thing, since we're on this such a tough subject. Mello's uncle passed away today. Mello, our thoughts or prayers are with you, of course. Not many of you are religious or anything, but just throw something his way. It's been a tough day for him, I'm sure. Mello is one of those guys that always tries to be entertaining, even when other people are having a tough time. Now would be a good time to give him the same sort of respect. So, Mello, we're thinking about you. Me and Heather and Bobbitt and my family is thinking about you. So, moving on. The UK tournament has set. I'm going to move on. I'll get to the CM Punk case here in a second. This is kind of big too. The UK tournament is set. The pairings were released on WWE.com. I'll go through. I don't know much about these guys. Bobbitt, if you know anything about these guys, pop in. I see a couple of them that I know about. But or Heather, if you know any of these guys, please jump in and tell me what they have. I'll have to go back and watch some of their stuff. Zach Gibson versus Amir Jordan. And apparently Zach Gibson is the #1 seed in this tournament. I don't know how, but them two will face off. Drew Gulak will take on Jack Gallagher. Now, Drew Gulak is not British, correct?
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay, so I thought this was about the British. Are they... See, this is why I had a problem with them fucking making another mid-card title. They had a mid-card title there already. Why did they create another one? It don't make any sense to me. Unless they're going to put it that... Make the UK belt the mid-card on 205 Live, which I think is dumb in itself anyway.
All of 205 Live is mid-card.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Because Drew Gulak is a 205 guy. Flash Morgan Webster versus James Drake. Any of you two know anything about him? Tyson T-Bone versus Jordan Devlin. I've heard of Jordan Devlin. I think he was in the last tournament.
T-Bone sounds familiar to me. I don't know where from though.
Okay. A lot of these guys are probably with Progress. Tucker versus Joe Coffey. I've heard of Joe Coffey. Don't know much about a lot of these guys. I've heard of them.
I wonder if that Joe Coffey dude can make a mean brew of coffee.
Oh, good Lord, Bobbitt. Dave Mastiff versus Kenny Williams.
Oh, if you would have said Kenny Omega, oh my god.
I know.
Kenny Omega's two
Oh!
though, so. Ligero versus Travis Banks. Now I've heard of Ligero. I think he was in the last tournament.
I think so, yeah.
Ashton Smith versus Joseph Connors. So that's that tournament set. That'll be taking place June 18th and June 19th. I'm not gonna. I don't know if I'll do a live reaction to that because that's on Monday and Tuesday, I think. So it's going to be going on during SmackDown Live, and Raw. So that's too much wrestling for me in one day. I might watch it. I just know that the winner of this goes to take on Pete Dunne at NXT TakeOver, or it will be actually probably on the pre-show for Money in the Bank. I don't know. They did say.
That'd be the best place for it.
So
Yeah.
the UK tournament's this Monday, Tuesday?
No, the 18th and 19th. No, wait.
Oh.
No, I take that back. Do not listen to anything I just said. It'll probably be the pre-show match at Elimination or
The next pay-per-view.
Extreme Rules.
Yeah, it'll probably be that, or they'll have it on NXT or WWE Network sometime. I don't know. They haven't said. CM Punk case. Now they've been doing the hearing, and Bobbitt just told me that AJ Lee will be testifying today, or she testified today. I know that CM Punk and Colt Cabana were testifying today. There wasn't too much details. They're not. It's not a money lawsuit. It's more of a defamation suit. So there's I don't know how much there might be money involved, but whatever. It's more of a
$1 million, I think.
Okay.
That's not much money for them.
Yeah. We already went over the Rock and Rebel. NWA champion Nick Aldis will face Cody Rhodes at All In as long as Cody Rhodes wins the Ring of Honor title at the next pay-per-view. And I can't remember the name of the pay-per-view for Ring of Honor that's coming up. So if Cody Rhodes wins that, it's going to be title versus title at All In. Which, come on people, you know that they're not going to do that. So you know Cody Rhodes is going to win the title.
And for you being the elite fans out there, The reason why Flip Gordon doesn't have a match yet is because Cody Rhodes hates his fucking character.
Let me see. Let's stick with the indies, but not the indies. Switch this to there. There we go. Now we're all on camera. I don't know if any of you watch Impact. I watched it last night. They kind of do like a pay-per-view like type deal, but they put it on regular TV because their pay-per-views, real big pay-per-views, they only have 4 of them. It's Bound for Glory, Slammiversary, and then a couple others, and I can't remember. So they kind of do like a pay-per-viewish kind of like type deal where they have title defenses where the number one it's actually like a pay-per-view. So there's 2 title changes last night. Pentagon Jr. and Austin Aries went head-to-head, and that match was actually really good. If you've ever seen Pentagon Dark, or Pentagon Jr., whatever you want to fucking call him, they had a match, and it was really good. Really good. It all ended, it ended 3 times. The first time, Austin Aries does that submission move where he bridges and holds his neck. You know, it's like a bridging move. They were counted out. Austin Aries said, no, I don't want it to end like this. And Pentagon Dark does his thing, and they had the match again. Well, they started fighting back and forth. Fell out of the ring, counted to 10 again. Pentagon Dark grabs the microphone, says blah, blah, blah. I couldn't hear it because Heather was doing her stream last night, so I didn't want to interfere with it. So I'm assuming they said, let's start this match again, and Austin Aries, Pentagon Dark really got up in his face. He actually put his gimmick, whatever he does, in his face, like right here. He did this whole thing, and Austin Aries said, ring the bell. The ref turned away, rang the bell, kicked him in the nuts, did his finishing move, which is I think it's a brain buster or whatever it is. And 1, 2, 3, Austin Aries is the new champion. The other title change was Su Yung defeated Ali for the Knockout Championship. Now, if you are not watching at least the women's division on Impact, you are missing out on some really good storytelling. In fact, Impact is doing some really good storytelling right now. In fact, NWA is doing really good storytelling with Nick Aldis with this whole... So, WWE better start paying attention. I said this a while ago. If they get momentum, they're in trouble. Su Yung, they had like, it was a casket match, kind of like type deal, but that's not what it was called. I looked it up, and it's not what it was called. But Su Yung,
it was a last rights thing.
There you go, the last rights match, and Su Yung ended up beating Ali for the title. The story is Ali, Rosemary, Courtney Rush, was beaten by Su Yung, put in a casket, caught on fire in the middle of a field, kind of like doing a Jeff Hardy like type deal thing, and they're doing really good with the story, I think. Yes, you can have high production value, but sometimes high production value takes away from the story itself. That's the problem, another problem WWE has. So there's tons of problems that WWE has. Production value isn't always the answer. Being simple, stupid. Keep it simple, stupid. There's a really, really big acronym that I use, KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. It's not that fucking hard. But they're telling a really good story. So the story is now Ali is possessed by Rosemary because she came out made up. So I think both of them are going away because they're building a story in Rise because they're having some big pay-per-view. And Rise is where both Ali and Rosemary came from. So they're going to finish their story there. They're going to come back and they're going to build a story. So if you aren't watching Impact, the story being told on Impact is really good. just it's better than what the women are doing on fucking WWE. It is. Let me see. Let's go with the news here. Io Shirai. If you don't know who she is, her and Kairi Sane were tag team partners in Stardom and Shimmer, and they came up through the ranks of the Japanese. These women fight over in Japan. They fight the men as well. So these women are very well versed in wrestling. So she's, according to PWI, she's ranked number 6 wrestler in the world. WWE signed her. Is WWE going to do something with these Japanese women, or what are they doing? Because they've got the 3 best Japanese women in the world right now on their roster. Asuka, Kairi Sane, and Io Shirai. They need to start doing something with these women, or they will leave, and Japan will not have anything to do with WWE. So
I'll tell you one thing that they're doing successfully with all these Asian women.
No, good God, what, Bobbitt?
Well, I can't really say because there's children in the room.
Thank you.
But you know what I'm
yes,
thinking, right?
I do. Yes, I do.
Okay.
So we're gonna talk real quick, and I'm gonna get the thoughts of Bob, and I'm gonna get Heather's thoughts on this deal with Fox and the WWE. All right. I can't remember who it was, and Cody tweeted it to us and said, "Oh my God, NXT is going to Fox." And I can't remember who it was that Cody.
It was just some random Twitter account. It wasn't even any newsworthy.
They're not really big with their news source. They're not a big news source. But I mean, I can see why people would get excited because Fox just did a deal with WWE for $1 billion over five years. I get it. But here's the thing.
You have no life.
Fuck off.
You want me to grill your brat burgers?
I don't care. It's fine.
Sure.
Fine. Yeah. So anyway, fucking cocksucker. So anyway, WWE, just because they're not going to take their top viewing show off the network, you do that. Why do you have the fucking network then? Why would you take something off of your network and put it on TV? Yes, it's going to get you money. It's going to get you more viewers. But you're making 104. There's 1.2 million viewers at $10 a pop at the WWE network. That's roughly $12 million a month. Multiply that by, it's $144 million a year that the WWE makes in revenue off the network. So why would you take your top viewed show and move it to Fox? You're going to lose all your viewers. All your viewers are going, why in the fuck do I have this? You're going to lose that $144 million. Every little bit of money is worth a lot. You can bring back the pyro. You can start fucking hiring writers that know what the fuck they're doing. I mean, common sense tells you, Trexter, we have added you to the call. Get in here.
We need your thoughts there. They're big shooter.
So the Fox to NXT, or the NXT to Fox, not happening. It is not happening. Let's stop with the NXT going to Fox thing. Not happening. It's going to cost them their network. Staying on the Fox thing, Fox told WWE that USA was embarrassed with their product, with what they were doing doing for their shows. I can believe it because I'd be embarrassed too. I'd fucking tell them. If I was USA, I would be embarrassed. It makes no damn sense that the USA wouldn't say that because it's true. And I think Fox is telling them something. You give us a shitty product, we'll eat that $1 billion. Once the 5-year deal is up, goodbye. Either you give us good TV, or you aren't going to be with us very long. That's what I could see happening. And just joining us now is Trek. That's about all the news that I had. I don't know. What are your thoughts on the NXT to Fox? The whole Fox thing, Trek, since you're brand new here.
If NXT goes to Fox, that's going to be the death net. That might be what the death net was for the network. I don't think it's going to happen. I hope not.
Say that one more time, because you were cutting out.
Yeah.
You froze.
Reports I heard that there's no plans for it to go to Fox. If that does go to Fox, that might be one of the big nails in the coffin for the WWE network.
Yeah, but they wouldn't do that because it's their money getter.
Exactly. I don't think they'll go
$144 million
to
a year
Fox
that
anyway.
they make off of the network.
Yeah.
That's free revenue for them. That's like net income for them because I mean, they have to pay They don't have to pay advertisers, I don't think. I mean, maybe they do, like tap out and all that stuff. But Jesus Christ, this company's bringing in $144 million a year just off the network alone. I wouldn't change anything.
No.
What are your thoughts, Bobbitt?
That whole NXT to Fox thing, y'all done covered it well. I'm agreeing with y'all. That's just stupid because you're pretty much only having the network for pay-per-views and watch like old WCW content. Which, that's cool for people like me, but I just don't know.
Yeah.
But, and I think the whole reason why USA, God, Fox told WWE that USA is embarrassed was a marketing ploy to get the WWE over to them because you gotta think Fox lost UFC. UFC is now on ESPN, so they need something to go in between football and between football seasons.
Right.
And as much as I love NASCAR's dying a lot. And which I'll cover that on a different show. And so Fox is desperately needing a big time promotion, and I think they told shit to WWE to help sweeten the deal, to help get them over, and I think that's what got them over there.
But okay. So here's my question to you then. I agree with you. Here's my question to you then. If that's the case, why would they do that if they know that they're going to stay on USA for Raw? Why would Fox executives say that if they knew that they were going to keep Raw on USA?
Because they knew that was already a done deal. They was trying to get at least something from the WWE over to their networks, like I said, in between football seasons.
So down the road, do you think that when the deal's done with they just signed a deal with Raw, didn't they? WWE for USA. Okay, well, never mind that then. Whatever. Dumb on WWE. Just dumb on NBC Universal. Like keep them there. That makes no sense to me. But whatever. Bobbitt brought something up to me today, and I don't know if this is like past week. I am recording. There's a couple of matches on tonight on Access Network TV. But keep in mind, I'm going to review. I'm going to do a live reaction to those matches. It's Kota Ibushi versus Cody Rhodes, or just Cody, as everybody knows him now. And Kenny Omega is taking on Hangman Page tonight. So next week is this is part 1. Part 2 is next week. So part 1 I will do instead of the news. We'll kind of hit the news up. Unless there's a lot of news, I'll try to do the review, the news, the review, or the news. Then we'll do the review, and then we'll watch the second show on Access, depending on who it is. So that's what we're going to do next Friday. Instead of really hitting on the news, we'll hit on the news on Monday and Tuesday, and then we'll do a review. Because the very next day is Dominion, and Bobbitt and I are going to do a live reaction to that. So, and I don't know if it's going to be on Access or if it's going to be on whatever you want to call it. But we'll figure something out. I just got a crick in my neck. Do you have any new news there, Trexter?
The only news I heard today was that was about that older ECW wrestler who.
Yep, Bob had already talked about it.
Rockin' Rebel.
What news did you have last night that you still wanted to share like 15 fucking times?
Just that Deonna Purrazzo, is that how you say her name?
Deonna Purrazzo? Okay.
She signed with WWE.
Okay.
And then it's official now that it'll be Rollins versus Elias at Money in the Bank for the year Continental title.
Yeah, they said that on Monday, I think. They said that Monday. I think they said Monday it was going to happen. But when you say rumors aren't always true, Paige, what do you mean?
Look at what Cody put.
I heard a rumor says wrong. I heard that too. Now, I would be okay with that. Not gonna lie.
What's that?
Seth Rollins facing off against Brock Lesnar.
That's what we heard today too. Thank you. I forgot about that.
We, again, like Paige said, thank you, Paige. Rumors aren't always true. They're just rumors. We'll see what happens after Money in the Bank. Let's get through this pay-per-view first before we start worrying about what the fuck's going to happen at SummerSlam. SummerSlam's 2 months away. We got 2 pay-per-views, actually, before that happens. So, we'll see what happens. See, this is the thing about rumors, real quick, and then I'll shut the fuck up about it. Here's the thing about rumors. Rumors get around. WWE catches wind of it. They say, oh, that's a really good idea. Yeah, we're not going to do that. They're trolling you, people. That's what they do. They're teasing you. Oh, this is going to be a great match. And then you get fucking Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. Which, I think that's what it's going to be at SummerSlam. I think it's going to be Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. It's not going to be Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar. So, yeah. So, moving on into... Did you have anything news-wise, Heather?
Nope.
Okay. So, moving on into Raw and SmackDown. I'm going to move through this quick. Let's talk about Raw real quick. It sucked. Let's move on to SmackDown. No, I'm just kidding. So, I'm going to go through the matches. Finn Balor defeated Braun Strowman. Fucking DQ by Kevin Owens for no reason. The only reason being is that they're all in the fucking Money in the Bank. It's the only reason he interfered. Jinder Mahal defeated Seth Rollins by DQ. I don't remember that. And then Elias hit fucking Seth Rollins with the guitar. I remember Seth Rollins getting hit with the guitar, which made the match for Money in the Bank, but I don't remember Seth Rollins getting DQ'd. Why did he get DQ'd?
He hit Ginger with a chair.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
That's how shitty fucking Raw was. I didn't care. Then we got Nia Jax and Ronda Rousey. I'm gonna say one fucking thing, and this is probably not gonna be the last time I'm gonna fucking say this. Can somebody please tell Ronda Rousey to stop fucking smiling when she comes out to the fucking ring? The fangirl gimmick is fucking over. Act like a tough bitch and beat the fuck out of people. That's all I care about. I don't care about anything else with her. As long as she beats people up, I don't care. Unless do we forget that Nia fucking Jax tapped out to, wasn't it an armbar? From Asuka?
Yeah.
Doesn't Ronda Rousey do the same type of armbar?
Yeah, that's why Asuka couldn't do it at WrestleMania because they only wanted Rousey to do it.
Which is fine. I don't care because she's got that Asuka lock. But I just logic gaps. That's a logic gap. She tapped out in like 30 seconds to the fucking armbar. You really honestly consider Nia Jax and fucking tell me that you won't tap out to the Ronda Rousey armbar? Shayna Baszler tapped out in 10 seconds to the armbar. And she's an MMA fighter. Give me a fucking break. Stop fucking smiling too. That segment was almost as bad, if not worse, than the Sami Zayn Bobby Lashley from a week before. That was terrible.
What happened there?
Where? With what?
The other one that you said that was terrible.
Which?
Sami Zayn brought up three fake women and
It was.
Bobby Lashley.
We'll show you later, Paige.
Okay.
And then we got Bray Wyatt versus the Ascension. Who cares? You know who's going to win. The Ascension is going to beat fucking Bray Wyatt. This next segment, the B Team, the barbecue, it was funny. But the only thing that was funny about that I didn't enjoy the segment. I laughed. It was funny. The funniest part was Rhino sitting in his chair, in that lawn chair, eating fucking bologna sandwiches while everybody's throwing food at each other. And then he's throwing sandwiches out to the crowd. I wasn't happy with that segment. That was a god-awful segment. But it was funny. And that's about all I'll say about that. It did nothing for Money in the Bank. I think they're doing a battle royal on Monday to see who the number one contender is for the tag team titles. Like I said, I think the B team are going to get a push to the title. I don't think they're going to win them, but they're going to get a push to the titles. Do you guys have any thoughts on this so far? That's about half the show.
I want to say one thing about New Japan here real fast since I'm watching the match. Cody's wearing his weight belt while he's wrestling. That's kind of interesting.
I mean, it's weird.
He's doing what?
He's wearing his weight belt while he's wrestling. Nobody's ever done that.
Hulk Hogan did it all the time.
I see. Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
I thought he always took it off.
No.
That's weird to me.
Huh.
I don't know if it's a weight belt. He might have a back problem. I'm actually looking at it now. I'm actually watching a Brewer game. I'm going to go back. Kota Ibushi is one of the best wrestlers in the world. Like I said, if and only if Kota Ibushi comes to the WWE, will Kenny Omega. So keep an eye out for that. And I know Kota Ibushi wants to come to the WWE, so keep that in mind. Like I said, I'll watch this later. I want to watch the Brewer game. Playing the White Sox tonight. Do Do you have any thoughts, either of you, on the halfway through the show on Raw?
I just want it over with.
Yeah, I mean, it was a terrible, terrible, terrible fucking show. KO defeated Bobby Roode. This was this. Wasn't a fuck finish in this one, was there?
I don't think so, no.
Okay.
Not that I remember anyway.
I just know that Kevin Owens won. Bobby Roode needs to turn heel. They have to turn him heel. He is so boring. So boring. The sad part is, if they do turn him heel, they'll change his music. I don't want them to change his music.
Well, not really, because he was heel down in that
I-
with that music.
Yes, I know, but you think about it. The reason that he is a face is because of his music. WWE changed Shinsuke's music. I'm not saying that it's going to happen, but I would not put it by WWE if they changed his music. Hey, Trexter.
But they didn't change Nakamura's music too much. They just added lyrics to it.
I know, but I don't want them to touch Bobby Roode's at all.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. How was the chips or whatever it was you were fucking eating? You good?
It was good.
Okay.
It was good, thank you.
What did you think of Raw so far?
That was shit.
It was shit, and it was fucking hot as fuck in this room.
Oh, God.
So it was miserable all around. Then we get Sami Zayn with a public apology to Bobby Lashley. They made it worse. Number one, I feel bad for Sami Zayn and Bobby Lashley because they both are good inside the ring, but they're not booking them right. And now they've just dug themselves a 12-foot hole that they're never going to get the fuck out of.
Mm-hmm.
Bobby Lashley, and I said it last week, Bobbitt, I know you're a Bobby Lashley fan. It's not Bobby's fault. It's the way he's been booked. They have ruined his career. He needs to go away from WWE and not come back. They have ruined his career. And of no fault of Bobby Lashley's.
To be honest, JP, I am so over the whole WWE shit. It's not even funny.
I know, but they're ruining actually really good characters. Bobby Lashley is a heel. They need to turn him heel. As a heel, he is a hell of a heel. He was a really good heel on Impact. Bucky was champion forever over there. Nobody could beat him. They built him like they did Brock. In fact, they did it better than they did Brock. That's how good he is. They made this match. Now there's a match at Money in the Bank. Bobby Lashley versus Sami Zayn. We all know who's going to win this. It's not going to be Sami Zayn. Poor Sami Zayn getting fucked over again. And he kind of made that mention of it. I start doing something and then I get put in this situation. Is pretty much what he said.
Mm-hmm.
It sucks. Probably one of the people that should be the face of the company right now, Drew McIntyre, took on Chad Gable and beat Chad Gable. I think it was a straight finish. He did the Claymore kick and that ended the match. Now there's controversy with this. I'm so sick and fucking tired of fucking people whining. I know people, same people, always getting booked in fucking matches. Sasha Banks won the Money in the Bank gauntlet match. Ruby Riott is not ready to be a champion. She should not have won Money in the Bank. The reason being, what has she done?
Nothing.
What has she done on Raw to warrant her a spot in Money in the Bank? Can anybody tell me? Not that I don't like Ruby Riott. I think she has potential, but she just has done nothing. Just because she was in a championship match over on SmackDown, don't mean shit to me.
Oh, Lord.
It's a different show. Sasha Banks got the final spot in Money in the Bank. I'm over it. The show was shit. I gave it a 0 out of. I don't think what did I give it? A 2 out of 10. I think.
Yeah.
I gave it like a 2 out of 10. It was terrible. It was terrible. I did not enjoy the show at all. Tuesday night was a little better, but it was worse than it was the week before. It started out where Big Cass interjected himself into the feud between Daniel Bryan and Samoa Joe. So then ended up being a triple threat. Big Cass was supposed to be in that match. I didn't mind them interjecting him because he was supposed to be in that match. He was cleared. So it's okay to put him back into that match. I'm okay with it. Shinsuke and Ty Dillinger had a match. Very good match. I enjoy the shit out of fucking Shinsuke. There's one spot in the match that I thought was really good because they're playing it. And people are all pissed off. Oh, just because he counts up to 10. He does the 10 thing. Right now, Shinsuke's doing the 1, 2, 3. He's counting up to 10. There was one spot in the match that I thought was really good where they were doing the whole match where Shinsuke was counting to 10 after he had knocked Ty Dillinger down. He'd get up to 9, Ty Dillinger would get up. Well, I think it was the last time that he was knocked down. He went to get back up. Shinsuke got up to 9. Ty Dillinger's leaning up against the ropes and shows him the 10, the perfect 10 thing. And I mean, it was a good match. I enjoyed watching them two wrestle. I think the neighbors upstairs are suplexing each other because they can.
Damn it, JP! What I told you about having Brock Lesnar upstairs?
Well, I can't help it.
God, Bobbitt.
It's funny.
Kind of true. What's going on there.
And the next thing on was the Naomi and Lana dance off. Now, I'm glad they kept it short and sweet, but the problem that I had with the whole thing was the dance off itself. They could have done without it. I would have much rather had them just go into a all-out brawl. And I knew that when Rusev and what's his name come down, that there was going to be an intergender tag team match next week, and which you're going to get because they did in real life. Them two are best friends, Naomi and Lana, so they kind of did the little dance together, which is pretty cool. I could have done without it. And then the neck breaker. Lana, I don't know if she's gotten any better. She looks like she has done some stuff, improved on some stuff, but I still don't buy her inside the ring yet. We will see, though. She's going to be protected in this match because it's a Money in the Bank match. There's going to be 7 other women. So she'll probably spend most of her time on the outside. Might do a couple of spots, but that's about it. That's all I see her doing. Stop. So what did you guys think about this show halfway through at the time?
I mean, it was better than all, which isn't saying a whole hell of a lot, but it was all right.
Right.
It wasn't too bad. Not too bad.
What about you, Trek?
Not a bad show, but like you guys said, last week was way better.
The week before was way better, yeah.
Yeah.
Stop.
Told you.
So we get the New Day versus The Miz and The Bar. Now, I completely lost my shit.
Oh, no.
If you go back and watch, I completely lost my shit
See the point they're making that speech.
before the segment started. Before they go to a commercial, they come on. The Bar is throwing pancakes at The Miz. The Miz is blindfolded, and he's doing this to the pancakes. I lost it. Not because it was funny, because it was absolutely the worst segment I have ever fucking seen. I mean, why are they relegating the Miz to this shit? I don't understand. It was funny, yes, but I was losing it because it was not funny. I don't know why you're doing that.
Because I can.
What did you think of the segment, Bobbitt? Before the match.
What the fuck?
What did you think of the pancake chop suey that happened?
Oh, I thought it was pretty funny.
It was funny, but I wasn't happy with it because they've relegated the Miz to that garbage. Heather, stop.
Stop what? I actually did nothing.
What did you think? Did you watch it, Trek? I know you don't. Did you watch it?
I saw a little bit of it. I thought it was pretty funny when like he was doing the pancake stuff, but I was like, it's just kind of dumb. It was funny how they did it, but it's like, you know.
What did you think of this segment there, Mark?
I laughed until I got a headache.
That's true. She did. And then we got Bobbitt's favorite segment of the show.
Oh no. Please don't.
Asuka and Mandy Rose. Now, the way that this started, you don't need to shut your camera off, Bobbitt. I'm
Oh,
gonna go So, Mandy Rose and Asuka had a match. And to start the match off, Asuka, Sonya Deville came in and hit Asuka from behind. And I thought for sure they were going to have Asuka lose this match. I'm like, you have got to be kidding me that they're going to let this woman lose to this woman. Now, Mandy Rose has improved. She's 10 times better than Eva Marie has ever been. I think she has potential. Sonya Deville is getting there. She's getting a little better. I don't like her music, though. I don't like her entrance. So Asuka ends up winning this match with an Asuka lock. It was and I didn't mind that the match was competitive. I did not mind. However, Asuka should have squashed Mandy Rose, in my opinion. But since she took that bump at the beginning, I can see why they did what they did. And that is the only way that Mandy Rose was able to get in her offense. Other than that, I think it would have been a squash match, or should have been a squash match. But Mandy Rose is improving. Bobbitt, what did you think of that segment?
I can't say there's children present.
Oh my god. Okay. What did you think of that match? Or how it was portrayed, Trek?
I think it was good. I'm glad that they did give Mandy some offense, because like you said, they had Sonya Deville just attack her first, or kind of be an excuse why Mandy Rose was doing a little bit better than she would.
Yeah.
But like any other night, Asuka would have just jumped on her and just tapped her for 3 seconds.
Yeah, she would have destroyed her. What'd you think of it, Heather?
It was alright. I mean,
You-
Asuka did what she was supposed to do and sold the hit from Sonya as well as she could.
Right.
But the match was pretty good.
So then we come to the main event. Daniel Bryan versus Cass versus Samoa Joe for the final spot and Money in the Bank. And as we all know, Samoa Joe won. I'm okay with this. Daniel Bryan does not need to win the Money in the Bank. All the people on Twitter whining and fucking crying about Daniel Bryan winning this match, not winning this match. This does nothing to Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan losing this match has no bearing on what's going to happen. This is why it tells you, and I'll explain this a little further, because everybody's going to be like, well, why did they do the whole fucking Shinsuke AJ thing? It's under different circumstances. They had nothing to feud about. They're keeping Daniel Bryan and The Miz apart because I am telling you, there has to be a reason for them to fight. That whole issue in SmackDown or Talking Smack, they want people to let it fester. Let that feud fester. And what I mean by let it fester is let it build. Bobbitt, what the fuck are you doing?
Watching Ace Ventura.
Okay, I thought you were watching the match.
No, I'm gonna wait. I'm waiting to watch it with you.
Oh, okay. That's fine. So I'm okay with Samoa Joe winning. I don't think Samoa Joe's going to win the Money in the Bank. I think it's going to be The Miz. I think there's going to... And that's when the Daniel Bryan segment will come in. That's when Daniel Bryan and The Miz will feud. When Daniel Bryan is in a match for the title and The Miz comes in and undermines him and steals the title out from underneath him. That's what I think will happen. That is how you build that feud. That is the feud they're going to go with. But we'll go into predictions and stuff because the pay-per-view is next week, right? Next weekend? Yes, it is. The pay-per-view is next weekend. We're doing Takeover. I'll do my review or preview of the Money in the Bank Saturday before, so we'll be on an hour before for Takeover, and then we'll do the preview, the predictions for Money in the Bank, and then we'll do the yeah, you know what I'm saying. I'm stuttering. Shut the fuck up.
No one was saying anything, buddy.
I know. What did you guys think of SmackDown? Anybody, go ahead. Wait.
He's just laughing.
What?
What did you think of SmackDown?
Oh, it was good.
Oh.
Jeez.
Why?
Stop yelling at me.
What did you think?
My nipples are sensitive, okay?
Oh, good lord.
Jeez.
What about you, Trek? What did you think?
Like I said, I thought it was pretty good, but the week before that was better from what I could hear for you guys telling me about it and stuff. And the Miz and the Pancake stuff was funny. Asuka and Mandy Rose was a good competitive match. I like how they attacked Mandy. I like how they attacked Asuka first, and I know Bobbitt's a big fan of hers, but that's the only way you could get a competitive match is if she's at a difficulty, and then Mandy Rose just tries to attack. So, but I thought they did a good job with that.
What about you?
SmackDown's on a decline, so they got to get them off of USA and into Fox.
Yeah, it's not until 2019.
I know, but they're in a decline.
Yeah, well, I don't think they're in a decline. I think they're in a lull because they've done all their builds, I think.
They can still build so much more.
I know, but you gotta remember, I think the go-home show will probably be better.
As of late, it hasn't been.
No. Well, 2 weeks in a row. This past week wasn't as good as the week before. The week before, I gave it a 7 out of 10. Last 2 weeks, was it 2 weeks ago? Was it really good?
I don't remember.
I think, was it 2 weeks ago that it was really good?
I think so.
Okay. I gave it a 5 out of 10. I think I gave it a 7 out of 10 the week before. I wasn't as good as last week, but at least they're still kind of building to Money in the Bank. Raw's not doing that. They're just being stagnant because there was one significant absence. Roman Reigns was not on Raw. I don't know why, they didn't say, but he was not there on Monday. That's one little bit of news. Not really news because I don't care if he's on TV. Keep him off of TV. He doesn't need to be there every single fucking week. That's part of the reason why people are getting sick of him, because he's there every single fucking week. And I get it. He's there, wants to be their top guy, but doesn't need to be there every week. Then we go to NXT. Lars Sullivan confronted Aleister Black. Let me tell you something about NXT. Again, Money in the Bank has an opportunity with who they have in matches against one another to be a really good show. To be better than NXT TakeOver. But the way that they're building to it, I don't think so.
Except for one match.
What?
Except for one match.
What match is that?
Velveteen Dream versus Ricochet.
No. That match is going to... I'm saying that TakeOver will be better than Money in the Bank. Because of what they're doing. Lars Sullivan, Aleister Black, I can't remember what happened. Lars Sullivan pushed him. I can't remember exactly. Aleister Black went for the Black Mass. Lars Sullivan caught him. And then Lars Sullivan put him in that freak accident that he is. He needs to change that finisher, though. I mean, I get his impact. He's a big guy. But they could do so much more with him. With that move. That guy's athletic as hell. That guy can do top rope shit. Then the next match was War Raiders versus some local talent by the names of Cody Vincent and George Hickson. Who cares? War Raiders. They're going to end up with the tag titles at SummerSlam. I think Undisputed Era will be not too far away from being called up to the main roster. Or they'll keep them down there or whatever. I don't know. We'll see. Next match was EC3 versus Fabian Eichner. Gargano interrupted this. Didn't interfere. He interrupted, carrying a piece of paper, and it's a contract signed by both him and Ciampa. Them two are having a street fight at NXT TakeOver Chicago. That match probably will be a 5-star match. Could be. Has potential to be again. Candice LeRae wants nothing to do with it anymore. She said that she can't be at the side of... She can't watch this match, whatever. That's the story that they're telling. I've got a feeling she's going to interfere. She's going to turn on her husband. That's just me, though. Per storyline.
Well, as long as we get more ass shots of Ciampa, we'll be alright.
Yes.
The match needs more man ass, damn it.
Okay. If you say so. The next match was Ricochet versus Chris Dijak. Now, this is Donovan Dijak. If y'all don't know him, he's a Ring of Honor guy. And this guy, they need to get him on TV more.
Yes.
This guy was doing moonsaults off the top rope. This guy is 6'8", 300 pounds. Tells you a lot right there. I mean, Lars Sullivan's what, 6'2", 300 pounds? I mean, Jesus Christ. Fucking giggle pants out there and fucking suplexing going on up fucking stairs. This is where, after Ricochet won, Donovan Dijak, or not Donovan Dijak, Velveteen Dream came out. The whole thing, and this, did you watch this, Trek?
I didn't get to watch it yet.
Oh my god, you have to go watch what fucking Ricochet does. It's fucking amazing. Anybody that has not seen Ricochet or says that Ricochet is boring is on dope. What he did freaking Wednesday night blew my mind.
Even made Velveteen Dream's jaw hit the floor.
So, Velveteen Dream said, anything you can do, I can do better. He walked away, turned around, something like that. The whole thing, he kept on saying, anything you can do, I can do better. Turned around, said, anything you, as I said before, anything you can do, I can do better. Ricochet looked at the fans. He's got to work on his promo stuff. He's not The Rock. So I like Rock. I don't keep saying Velveteen Dream. I like The Rock. Ricochet. He's really good. He's got to work on his promo stuff. So Ricochet did a 450 in midair, landed on his feet, walked up to Velveteen, and said, "Show me." And that ended the segment. It was amazing. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. I'm telling you, it was very good. What the fuck is Merge talking about? Whatever. Anyway.
He's talking about it.
Oh, okay. I'm going to let Heather talk about this last segment because it involves her favorite woman on NXT. It's the Baszler.
So Shayna Baszler and Dakota Kai face off for the championship. Of course, Dakota does her best, but gets her ass handed to her, and Shayna Baszler wins. And at the end of the match, we have Baszler being cocky little Miss McCunt Pants that she is. And puts Dakota Kai in the sleeper hold. In the middle of the ring. Who comes to save her? Nikki Cross. She rips Shayna Baszler off of Dakota Kai by her hair, throws her in the corner of the ring, grabs her women's title, and basically holds it out to Shayna at first with that look in her eye that we all know she does so well. And Shayna grabs it, gets out of the ring, starts walking away. We think that's the end of it. Nikki Cross jumps out of the ring, runs up behind Shayna, grabs the belt, runs back into the ring and goes, "Come on, you want it? Come in here and take it." Thank you, Merch. Come in here and grab your belt. It's yours. Come and take it. So then Shayna goes back to the ring. Nikki quickly picks up the belt again and screams out for Dakota.
Yeah, this is where you heard what she said, right? She was saying "you, me" title.
Yes.
Tonight.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what you just heard what he said, so.
Sorry.
Going on from
I
that.
just didn't know if she
Going
heard.
on from that.
Wait. So supper's almost ready.
Okay.
Going on from that. We get Nikki then screaming, "Dakota, you are the referee!" And Dakota's like, "Wait, what?" Finally, Nikki hands her the belt. "You're refereeing this fight now!" So, Dakota's like, "Okay." So she takes the belt, holds it up. Shayna goes to grab it, and Dakota hides the belt in the corner. Nikki Cross grabs her, does her finisher on her. Pins her, Dakota counts to 3, and then Nikki runs around with the belt saying, "I'm the new champion."
And then she got on Twitter and just went fucking ballistic.
Yeah.
So, in a sense, that what they did is what I would like to see them do with the women's division on Raw. You can tell there's other people out there saying the same thing and thinking the same thing I'm thinking. I agree with everything that they're saying, in a sense. You can distinguish between the characters. Nikki Cross is her own character. Shayna Baszler is her own character. Dakota Kai is her own character. You know, so on and so forth. WWE main roster, you can't tell the difference between Alexa Bliss and fucking Charlotte.
Or Liv Morgan.
Or Liv Morgan. You can't tell the difference between Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss. And that being said, that is how you do a bully fucking storyline. Couldn't agree more with what they're doing on NXT. Mm-hmm. NXT TakeOver is going to be really good. So Nikki Cross and Shayna Baszler will be facing each other at NXT TakeOver Chicago. I fully expect I think Nikki Cross may win the title. If she doesn't win the title, then she'll get called up. And then you'll finally... And then you'll see... But then again, they are sending Sanity back down from what I'm hearing.
Because they had nothing for them to do, so they just had them in live shows. That's it.
So... That's why I think that Nikki Cross will win the title. Shayna Baszler will get called up, and they're going to start doing that Four Horsemen thing, because that needs to blow off. It's got to happen at Survivor Series. Or either that or Royal Rumble, but they need to start building to it.
They need Jessamine Duke to fucking debut on NXT already.
Yes, they do.
I mean, she's been signed for what, almost a month now, and nothing?
Yeah. So, I gave that show was probably a 7 out of 10 for me. 7.5 out of 10. It was really good. This week's really been slow news-wise, except for the Fox bullshit that's been going on. Don't believe anything anybody says unless you cite your sources. That's all I can say. If you do have any news or anything... Right, TSS? You are correct. I would say, what was I saying? See, I forget what I'm saying sometimes.
It's been a slow week for news.
It's been a slow week for news, but if you have any news, please don't be afraid to DM me or Bobbitt or Trexter or Heather and let us know, and we'll throw it out there, and we'll even give you a shout out as far as where you got it from. We'll tell you, like, I'll use an example. Cody gave me a story about, and Cody did bring that story to me. I did shout him out with the Fox going to NXT, or NXT going to Fox, which isn't true, but I gave him credit for that, for bringing that to me, because it's needed to be talked about because it's false. Mm-hmm. False stuff gets you nowhere. Being untruthful doesn't do anything for you. With that being said, we actually did the show in like under an hour and 10 minutes.
Hey.
But that being said, I don't have anything. Heather, you got anything else? Trexter, do you got anything else?
No.
Bobbitt?
Remember, folks, the future of the WWE is man-ass.
Fair enough. Apparently, man-ass is the way to go. I don't see why that is, but... I don't know why that is, but whatever. Don't forget to catch Johnny Ray, who also was on this show last week. He's got a show that's on Saturdays. Mm-hmm. He does a show does a Sinister One podcast on Saturdays. Don't forget tonight, don't forget to watch Ken, Joe, and the cast of characters on Monetize This. Don't forget that if you are a patron, catch The Corrupted on
Saturdays.
Patreon. And then don't forget to catch Heather and Bobbitt and possibly Trexter. Tomorrow night they will be reviewing...
Deadpool 2, I believe it was.
Are you doing Deadpool 2?
Yes, sir.
And we'll be reviewing Deadpool 2?
And the weekend after that, Solo. I'm going to go see it tomorrow.
Oh, I'm... Okay.
We'll figure out a day to go see it.
Yeah, it should be alright. You guys won't be here next week, right?
Dang it! I don't think so. I think it's Mom's weekend. But...
Okay. Because I haven't taken my niece to it. I don't care if you guys spoil it. Well, hold on to your plate. Yes. Whatever. Anyway, so...
What?
You need another fucking...
She said no.
Oh my god. So, that being said, and then what else is on Sunday? Oh, don't forget tomorrow. We will be doing, from Heather's channel, we will be doing the Preakness. Is it the Preakness?
Yes.
We will be doing the Preakness. We're going to do the horse race. Their Justify is going for the Triple Crown. So catch us tomorrow with that. That's on at 5, and then right after that, Heather and Bobbitt's show will be on. I almost forgot about that. And then that should be it for content this week. There will be...
Around 11 minutes.
Oh, whatever. Another show coming out to you, and it's going to be Trexter and myself, and probably Bobbitt and Heather, where we're going to be doing
I went back.
a review of horror movies.
Yay!
And I think our first one's going to be Friday the 13th. I think we'll review the Friday the 13th the way it was, and then the newer one, comparing the two, I think would be a good idea. But we'll do that, and then that won't coincide with their show. So it'll probably be on like Sunday, or we'll record it or something, I don't know. But other than that, I have nothing else. Y'all have a great weekend. Please catch our shows. Try to stay cool. And we will talk to you all later on down the line. You have a problem? You have a problem? Was that 15 minute goodbye?